George of the jungle, strong as he can be.
So, George, I was told that I qualify for $350,000, but when I told my loan officer that I was looking at a condominium, he said, oh, well, you don't really qualify for $350,000 on a condo. Why would that be? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in thecreditjungle.com today. This is George Anderson, and thanks for dropping in. And when you're going out there and you're looking at purchasing a home, there are different ownership styles or types of property. A home that is on a piece of ground where you've got your property taxes and stuff like that, you actually own the land that it's on. There are PUDs, which is a planned unit development. There are townhomes and there are condominiums. Now, they all have a little bit different style of ownership as to whether or not you would own the ground, or on a condo where you technically don't even own the building, you just own the airspace in between the walls on a condominium. But the one thing they have in common is that they all have an HOA fee, a Homeowners Association. And that fee could be as small as $50 a month. We have some of the higher end complexes might have an HOA fee of $400 or $500 a month. But that HOA fee needs to be taken into account on your housing expense ratio. So if you qualify for a $2,000 a month payment and there's not an HOA fee, well, if you put in a $200 HOA fee in there that wasn't in there previously, that means that you're going to have a smaller amount going towards principal and interest, which means that we have to reduce the sales price that you're looking at. So people would ask, well, why does the HOA fee affect my sales price? Because I still have a gas bill, I have an electric bill. Why wouldn't those things also affect my price of what I can qualify for? Well, the answer to that is very simple. What happens if you don't pay your gas bill, and what happens if you don't pay your electric bill? Do they take your house? No, they just shut off your power, or they just shut off the gas. Okay, the utility doesn't have the right of forfeiture where they can actually take the property back as collateral. A homeowners association, though, on the other hand, they do have the right of forfeiture. So you can be current, making your house payment on time, or you could own the property free and clear. But if you go into default, if you miss 3 consecutive months worth of payments on that HOA fee and you get into default, the homeowners association can file a notice of default and they can start the foreclosure process, and they can actually take the property back as collateral for that. So because of that right of forfeiture, the lender factors that homeowners association fee into your primary housing expense ratio. So how do you determine how much that HOA fee affects my qualifying? So if somebody qualifies, just say for $350,000, and they find a condominium or a townhome or something, and the HOA fee is $100 per month. Now the taxes and the insurance are probably going to be a little bit less, but the HOA fee, the extra HOA fee, is still going to be a net increase in the total payment. So a very conservative and pretty easy rule of thumb to use on that is that take that HOA fee, multiply it times 100, and that's the amount that you would reduce the sales price by on which you would qualify. So if you qualify for $350 on a house and you find a townhome that has an HOA fee of $100 a month, well, your payment with the HOA fee is going to be a sales price reduction of about $10,000. $100 a month times 100, 10 grand. So instead of $350, now we're at $340. So the $340 townhome is going to have the same payment as the $350 single family residence house. And then if you're looking at a condo, and maybe that condo fee is $250 a month, well, that $250 is going to mean that you're looking at a $325 condo price versus a $350 single family residence. So that's a good rule of thumb to use on that. And then people will say, and I actually had a scenario today where I was talking with an agent. He says, well, this condominium project actually includes the cable fee, the internet. The cable is included on that. And I said, well, that's actually not considered a necessary utility. So the buyer is not going to get a credit for that. Now there are some condominiums that might. Now most of them include the water and the sewer and the trash collection and the snow removal, and that's part of it, so you don't get any kind of a concession for that. But FHA actually has a little carve out that if they pay like the gas bill or the electric bill is included in that, you can take an average of that, and if it was $40 a month or whatever, you can get a little bit of wiggle room on that. But that's very infrequent, not something you see too often. So in essence, you need to take into consideration what type of property that you're interested in purchasing. The loan officer needs to know what is the HOA fee on that, and then if they also know what the property taxes are, they can see that, okay, well, the taxes are a little bit less, maybe $30 a month less because of that, but we got $200 a month for an HOA fee. You know, we sit and we figure out the difference there, and we make a downward adjustment to how much you qualify for. So hopefully that helps you when you're out shopping and answer some questions about different styles of ownership and what an HOA fee is. But if you have other questions, I'd be delighted to talk to you. Remember, you can push button, get Mortgage Professional. This is George Anderson, and this is thecreditjungle.com, and look forward to talking with you soon. Have a great day.